Hi, my name is Amanda Flintoft, and welcome to my Action Research presentation. The issue I would like to explore stems from my most recent practicum experience and first long-term vocational experience. Due to the significantly high number of IEPs in my classroom, I found it challenging to maintain the safety of everyone while paying close attention to the high needs of many students. As our classrooms and technology will always face this challenge due to the varying needs of our students, I would like to build on my current strategies as well as add new ones to my toolbox. Though safety in general is a concern, my focus is on providing more knowledge and creating awareness for all types of learners. As some students may not grasp the initial safety presentation in the classroom, it is essential to provide ongoing supports to ensure everyone has an equal opportunity to practice safely. My question is, how can I improve my instruction regarding all safety aspects of the kitchen while maintaining inclusion and the greater needs of some students? When deciding how to conduct my initial research, being the safety of the classroom, I chose to look up the following terms. Horseplay, rough, undesired, and/or silly activity creating potential hazard in the kitchen environment. Inclusiveness, including or covering all the services, facilities, or items normally expected or required. Support staff, a term designating personnel who help teachers carry out the educational mission of the school and who make the educational experiences of the children more rewarding. Classroom diversity, being able to identify variety and differences with students. Classroom safety, providing a safe environment to promote student success. Additional to this research, I wanted to be more specific to my broad-based technology, so I also included the following key terms. Food safety, handling, preparing, and storing food in a way that will prevent foodborne illness. Personal hygiene refers to maintaining cleanliness of one's body and clothing to preserve overall health and well-being to ensure food safety and prevent cross-contamination. Cross-contamination, the process of unintentionally transferring unwanted bacteria or physical debris to food, resulting in a harmful outcome. Kitchen hazards, any situation or activity that poses potential danger to the kitchen environment, such as slipping, tripping, burns, cuts, etc. So this is my plan for action research moving forward. The participants and setting. The participants will include students, in-school team, administration, colleagues, and the head of technology. This data will be collected during instructional time, prep periods, and scheduled meetings with appropriate participants within the school hours or after school if necessary. In order to address the area of concern regarding my question, it is crucial to analyze my daily practice while receiving feedback from colleagues, students, and supervisors. Students facing the day-to-day challenges that the lack of safety presents, it will be crucial to the success of this project to understand how students feel regarding safety on a regular basis by assessing their practice with a rubric. Colleagues. By having this group observe my classroom at different times, they will be able to offer suggestions or provide feedback on the testing of new strategies. By having teachers from different departments, they may be able to offer a broader range of strategies to try with my classroom. Teacher journals. I would like to compare notes with like teachers from other schools who are able to test the same strategies. By comparing notes, we can narrow down the most effective strategies to use within our BBT. As every school has students of different abilities, this data will be essential in providing a universal solution to the problem. Interviews. By interviewing random students, we can hear the concerns of students and how they feel about the environment. I would like to conduct these interviews at the beginning, middle, and end of my research to determine if an improvement has been made or achieved. Reflections and journaling. By keeping notes and reflecting on my own classroom practice and comparing them against student surveys and assessment, we can determine prior knowledge and areas needing improvement. As the data collected needs to be unbiased, this is one of the 3 sources that will contribute to the collaborative data collected. By collecting a student survey and interviewing random students, they can anonymously express their safety concerns so they can be addressed. Daily observation and assessment of student activity will provide an understanding of the level of knowledge students have already or prior knowledge, if any. By comparing strategies and the reflections of other teachers against my own, we can compartmentalize these strategies to decide on the most effective practices moving forward. I plan to collect this data through the course of the semester through teaching practice. I would like to arrange specific days for observations, student surveys, and interviews. The anecdotal records and reflections will occur daily when safety is addressed, and problems can be addressed immediately. By comparing surveys, reflections, observation notes, and other teacher strategies, I plan to grow my strategy toolbox, so I can have many ways to teach new safety knowledge to learners of all abilities. As always, it is important to provide ethical considerations to protect and respect all students. Everything will be recorded anonymously and without any identity attached to the source. I will identify whether the source was a student or a faculty member, but not their names. I would request permission for participation in writing and will provide accommodations to those who choose not to participate or do not receive permission to do so. The following review of literature confirms that there is a problem with the increased risk of classroom safety, partially because of the growing needs of the classroom environment and classroom inclusivity. Since inclusive classrooms are a part of our society, as all students deserve the right to learn, there is an increased risk of safety. The safety of the school, student, teacher, educational assistant, and the consumer in the case of hospitality are at an increased risk. I am confident that the following research provides significant resources and strategies to help identify solutions for new and seasoned teachers to develop their pedagogy and maintain safety within their classroom. I feel that all of these resources I have chosen provide evidence of concern for classroom safety as well as strategies to cope with the problem. The first article confirms the concern not only for students but also for teachers, and the fact that many do not feel prepared nor qualified to face many of the challenges we are presented with day to day. This piece expresses the concern of parents for the safety for their children feeling unsafe. Some kids are afraid to go to school due to uncontrollable outbursts from other students. It gives examples of excuses kids are using to avoid school because of their fear. The next two slides are from a resource that provided many classroom strategies. In these slides, I have selected a few that really stood out to me as useful strategies specific to the technology classroom. In these two slides, they outline strategies specific to the needs of many types of learning and to the safety passports and checklists. I have yet to see the passport in action, but would like to explore this a little further and tailor the safety passport to my classroom. This resource was more specific to the hospitality classroom and provides strategies specific to hospitality curriculum expectations using technology teacher literature. I found this important to the research as technology teachers face the most difficulty with safety as we use dangerous tools in some classrooms. Though I have been grouping my students in ways that include both types of learning grouping styles, I never realized there was specific terminology surrounding this. I found that in comparing the two groups, there are benefits to both. I tended to group students heterogeneously so they could build off of each other's strengths, but never really considered that there are benefits to both types of groups. I feel this is helpful when deciding on group projects so we as teachers can use everyone's skills in the most effective way possible. These are a few more strategies specific to technology classrooms that I found useful. This identifies the strengths and challenges for each type of learner, allowing us as teachers to group students accordingly. In the technology classrooms, due to the lack of space and equipment, group projects are necessary. Therefore, it is important that we learn how to pair students in a way that will showcase their abilities and guide them towards success. Diversity and inclusiveness in the classroom is the way of the future and will continue to be an issue if we do not develop appropriate strategies to combat these issues. Though this is just a start to the extensive research that is required, there is a lot of useful information within these articles. Further research is required as well, testing some of these strategies and reflecting on their effectiveness. I truly believe that we can encompass classroom inclusion while improving the safety of the environment. My hope is to create a toolbox of useful strategies to improve my teaching practice. Regarding the safety surrounding my broad-based technology. With the increase of inclusivity, the needs of the students are greater. This leaves room for error if careful consideration is not taken. We need to be able to provide a safe and fair work environment while observing all students and monitoring the appropriate safety procedures of the classroom. Thank you for viewing my presentation.